Now here's a story that's not quite making it into the mainstream media. You know how Twitter came up with the whole Russian bot thing that influenced the election? Allegedly, Russia came up with all these accounts that were automated from troll factories to create this idea that somehow the election was stolen by Russia. Well, earlier this month, after having removed 228 accounts that previously it said were connected to Russia, they've announced that they, in fact, actually weren't connected to Russia, and that they had simply made a mistake by accusing 228 people of having stolen the election in favor of U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, one mainstream media outlet did bother to actually cover the story, the great rescinding of the accusation made by Twitter, and that was Bloomberg. Now, what Twitter is saying is that they've now changed the way that they investigate. Now, they're not going to make the same mistakes of the past. They're going to make changes to the data set that invalidate central portions of the original report, and that there was no surge in Russian bot activity during the election. So literally the whole claim that Russian bots suddenly appeared and influenced the election, they're now admitting it didn't happen. And the only people to cover this are people who are anti-mainstream media and Bloomberg. Now that is very interesting indeed. Now here what's even more interesting. They have highlighted accounts that they claim to be linked to Venezuela. In other words, the whole bot thing is being used again, except this time they're blaming Venezuela. Very, very interesting. And of course, this just happens to be another country that the U.S. government is currently engaged in hostilities with, and I'm sure that's just a total coincidence. Now, in a tweet, Twitter's head of site integrity, Yoel Roth, said the government can now more confidently associate the 228 counts with Venezuela, and that the tweet on the misidentification was met with very little interest. Nobody was paying attention. Few people retweeted it, but essentially all the media, the mainstream media, who said that they keep a track of these things, they're watching the Russiagate story, they're watching the whole thing about Russian bots, just didn't bother to announce it. Although, interestingly, there's 228 accounts by Venezuelan bots that need to be shut down. And I'm sure, again, that's also just a coincidence. It is amazing. Sometimes it blows your mind how dishonest the mainstream media is. Here it is, Twitter admitting that they made a mistake in falsely identifying people as Russian bots, but then turn around and do the same thing again, except with Venezuela. Well, we made a mistake, but we've refined our process, so we know better this time, so trust us this time when we tell you we found a whole bunch of Twitter bots. So keep that in mind the next time you're listening to the mainstream media, and the next time you're being told that Russia is interfering in U.S. elections, and maybe just pay a little bit less attention to AIPAC, because they're kind of really are actually there.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.